Something absolutely massive just happened for Bitcoin yesterday. This is something that not a lot of people are paying attention to. I will go over why it is such a big deal and why we are finally going to see institutional adoption for Bitcoin happening. And when that happens, then Bitcoin is going to go much higher, obviously. So very important things to go over here today, guys. Make sure to watch this video from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it. And what you can see for Bitcoin, guys, is on the 4-hourly time frame, we did go up. We tried to break through the orange box, didn't manage to do that. Instead, we're having a bit of a pullback. If you look at the daily time frame, you can see that on the daily time frame, also after having 4 green candles in a row, we are now having 1 red candle. Let us see how this is going to close. But right now, we are finding it hard on the daily time frame to break through the orange box here. And if you look at the overall trend here in the 4-hourly time frame, the trend is still looking very bullish, as we're still having this channel looking like this, right? So this is still looking very well. And let us see, guys, are we going to break through the orange box? I think it's only a matter of time until that is going to happen. So for me, everything is still looking very well. If you look at the daily time frame, or in this case, the 2-day time frame, you can see that we do have significant resistance here at $65,000. So be on the lookout for that. I will go over a couple of other resistance levels here real quick before we talk about the massive stuff that happened yesterday and why it is such a big deal. So on the daily time frame, on the moving averages, you can see we got rejected exactly off of the level I was warning you about, the 200-day moving average, this green moving average right here. So this rejected us. So same thing there. I think it's only a matter of time until we break through this, but we do have this as resistance, as we do have also this orange trend line sloping down here as well. Now, if we look at the Lux Algo signal, the bullish signal that was printed yesterday, it is confirmed right here, so that is very nice. Typically what happens is that we see some nice action towards the upside when we do see this signal on the Lux Algo. So that is all looking very well. If you look at traditional markets, a little bit of a pullback yesterday. If you look at gold, gold did continue its rally towards the upside on the 4-hourly time frame here, making a new all-time high. So that is all fantastic. Now, let us talk about what happened. So the SEC green lights listing and trading options for BlackRock's spot Bitcoin ETF. So this is a big deal. Why? Because options is a significant instrument in the traditional finance market, and right now we are ready for massive amounts of money from institutions. So the SEC has just granted accelerated approval for the listing and trading of options on IBIT. Now the next ETFs are also going to follow along. I'm assuming others will be approved in short order. Huge win for the Bitcoin ETFs, as it will attract more liquidity, which will in turn attract more big fish. This is a nice surprise, and this is a huge deal. Let us continue here. Options approved. Huge win for Bitcoin and ETFs. The significant boost in liquidity is one thing. Also, less volatility is going to follow along with this, making trades smoother and more efficient with less sharp moves. Whales can hedge instead of selling large blocks. Better risk management tools. New participants can define their risk. All this equals more participants, more institutional investors to retail traders, further deepening market confidence and strengthening the underlying market. So this is massive in itself. Let me continue. Listing options on Bitcoin ETFs is a more important milestone than you think. Derivatives are the foundation of functional markets, and Bitcoin and digital assets have a ways to go to catch up to traditional markets. Enter the largest capital market in the world. In traditional markets, equities and commodities are only about, the futures market is about 10 to 20x the size of the spot market. Whereas for Bitcoin, options is actually under 2% of Bitcoin's market cap. So this gives you an idea of how much money is potentially going to flood into the Bitcoin market because of the options being approved. Bitcoin options open interest is about $2 billion. Add $2 billion from the CME, not included here. Centralized exchange listing perpetual open interest is $16 billion versus the spot market cap of $1.2 trillion. And then they go over a couple of reasons why this is the case. The bottom line is there's going to be a lot of money flooding into Bitcoin now that these options are approved. If we see anything similar to what you're seeing in traditional finance, which I believe you are going to see, and that is very, very, very nice. And we are still not super early, but we are somewhat early still. And that is not all. Also, BNY Mellon, America's largest custodian bank, has received SEC approval to custody Bitcoin. And why is this a huge deal? Because the amount of money that BNY Mellon is holding is actually $50 trillion in assets for their clients. Also, they have $2 trillion in assets under management. So now with the custodian being BNY Mellon, an entity a lot of people trust, and a lot of people are, like I said, they're custodying their money still at BNY Mellon. So if they've been on the edge, they've been wanting to get into Bitcoin, but they haven't been able to do so because they don't trust the custodians. Well, now a lot of money is once again going to flood into Bitcoin due to the simple fact that now they have someone that they feel is trustworthy to hold the Bitcoin for them. So both of these things are absolutely massive news for the institutional adoption of Bitcoin moving forward. And the pieces are coming together, guys, and everything is lining up for a massive bull run. And this is why I am saying, if you haven't loaded up your Bitcoin bags already, then now is not a bad time to consider that, in my opinion. And also for altcoins, guys, as Bitcoin is going to continue to go towards the upside, altcoins are going to go increasingly high as well, as more and more people are looking to take more risk with altcoins. So I will talk more about altcoins here moving forward on my channel as well. The altcoins I'm investing into and everything I'm doing on the altcoin market. So yeah, I hope that you are going to be excited for that as well. Two other pieces of news I wanted to show you is that the US net saving as a percentage of GDP by households, businesses and the government have been negative now for 6 consecutive quarters. So what does this mean? Well, in other words, Americans are producing much less than they consume, and they are they are running out of their savings. And there's only 2 times when we have seen this being negative for this long. And that is in 2008 and 2020. After 2008, we had one of the largest bull markets. In 2020, after this, also we had one of the largest bull markets. Why? Because in order to save the economy, in order to stimulate the economy, money printing is always the tool that the Fed uses, and liquidity injections into the market is going to push all of our bags up to higher prices. So that is all great. Finally, I want to talk about this as well. Bank of Japan kept their interest rate steady at 0.25%. So no panic right here as well due to the news yesterday. So that is all great. And yeah, I look forward to what is going to come from the crypto markets moving forward. But that is really what I got and what I want to talk about today, guys. Even though this might not seem like a lot with the Bitcoin options being approved here from the SEC, but definitely it is a massive deal. It's gonna add so much liquidity to Bitcoin. So yes, this is gonna be huge, and that's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.